In a way, I always find it interesting when I'm kind of dumped into a culture, an industry, or a scene that I don't know much about. I like these opportunities that come up where I just have to sort of come in and learn and see what it's all about. The first factory we went to was William Halstead, and that's a pretty high-end manufacturer that they make materials for high-end suits. When we got there, I was pleasantly surprised. You know, modern technology has gotten so good and streamlined that you drop raw material in here and it goes through a big box and it comes out the other end, and you have one guy watching a computer screen and there's just like nothing to see. When we got there, I realized it was the total opposite. Everything I saw here was much more human. You know, this is so much more what manufacturing and industry used to look like. What I found fascinating was sort of this link between this being sort of the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution and all this history of textile manufacturing, and you can kind of see it still in these factories. Of course it's newer, but it still has all these cogs, all these threads going everywhere, you know, things bouncing up and down, things spinning, and it's like very mechanical, and you have guys and fiddling with it all the time, and it keeps going wrong all the time, and there's always guys fixing it, and for me that was beautiful and very unexpected. Everyone across the board were really friendly, really simple. In many cases we were just left to, you know, we were giving an introduction to the factory. Here we do this, here we do that, and then we were left free to roam around. Well, there's the moment when I almost fell into the dyeing vat. After repeated warnings from the guy who was manning the machine, sort of don't step too close to this and don't do anything like that. And it was this giant, 10-meter dyeing vat. They were dyeing wool for dark blue for some airline, and at the bottom there was this sort of drain with the grill, and it's so fascinating. There were things dripping, and there was steam, and you could hardly see anything. I was running around. It was a perfect photography moment. Of course, they noticed that the part of this grid on the floor was gone, so I sort of stepped one foot off and almost went on my face into it. But I recovered, so I'm here. I'm still here, and I'm not blue. The other thing that fascinates me is, as we consume so many products, we have no idea what's behind that product when it enters the store. To kind of go back and look at all these different processes it takes to make this shirt, it's pretty informative, pretty interesting. I found these processes were just so much more sensual and tangible and interesting than I could have imagined. I took out my iPhone and I made a quick sort of Instagram video of just 4 or 5 different processes, and I sewed them into one and put it out there. And that was just play, right? But afterwards I realized, wow, I mean, this is what's interesting about all this. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go back to all these places, and in addition to the still photography I'm doing, which is very much also about the human interactions with these processes, I want to go and just do video of all these mechanical transactions going on. I found so many of these scenes like some sort of choreography, some sort of dance, because it's just every process has a rhythm, and it's very musical somehow. The needles on the weaving machine just dancing around, or these exchanges and wheels kind of going in a certain rhythm, and some of them are to the outsider look totally bizarre. I don't care if you call my work journalism or art or whatever you want to call it, it's fine with me. To me it's photography or it's some sort of visual exploration. I enjoy the hunt. I enjoy kind of the challenge of kind of positioning and waiting for the moment and waiting for the guy to come here and there. I enjoy that. To me, this sort of philosophical thing, and after 15 years of doing this job, I found that that's one of the things I like about it. It's like fishing, you know, you don't quite know what you're gonna get, but you enjoy that anticipation and that waiting, and to me that's one of the things that make it fun for me.